Chris Botti has been wowing audiences around the world for years, blending jazz and pop into a show that's as much about the music as it is about the experience. The Grammy-winning trumpeter is coming to Jacksonville, and I caught up with him to find out what fans can expect. Chris, you're coming to Jacksonville. What can your fans expect for your show here?
Well, first of all, we played that theater so many times. The people that run it are so fantastic. Um, and we're in a really, really great year, right? We just finished 65 straight nights in a row. And now we have a little break, but we've made a big adjustments to the band. So we have like some incredibly new special guests for me and some new members of the band. And for anyone that's never seen my show, it's really a combination of an all-star band. I mean, every instrument on the violin, our two special guest singers, and of course, an incredible drummer and pianist and bassist, actually. So it's really fun for that. And then we have the return of my dear friend, Mr. Mark Whitfield, that was in my band for about 10 years and hasn't been in the band for about 10 years. And now he's back. And so it's so much fun to have him back on stage.
When you're coming to a city like Jacksonville, do you think about the crowd or the vibe you're wanting to build for your set list?
We work so much that the set list sort of changes like a slow moving object at sea. We make little changes, and even though when we play a song, unlike a popular singer, when they perform a song, they play the guitar and they sing the song. We sing the song, and then that's where the work begins, because then we get into the improvisation, and then that's completely different every single night. No matter who's in the band makes a big difference, etc. And so we're always changing stuff. So if you look at the set list that we did last year in Jacksonville, it'll be completely different. But we don't do it just for Jacksonville. It just sort of moves over time. We just keep shifting new stuff in, and then a year later, we're like, voila, so it's completely different. So,
Oh, you answered my next question, because I was going to ask what makes this go round coming here to Jacksonville different from the years prior?
yeah, and there are certain cities that have they don't have to be the biggest, the Hollywood Bowl doesn't have to be the largest room, but there are certain cities, and Jacksonville being one of them, that Jacksonville theater that have this. The audience has a really different kind of like kick to it, and having played there so many times and having played all over Florida and like what a lot of the audiences are like, that one sticks out, as a kind of a raucous crowd and so much fun for us to play. Yeah.
We do have a lot of energy. Since you're on the road so much, what are the must-have pieces of gear you travel with no matter what?
Well, that's a good question. I earplugs and I travel with I do a lot of yoga and working out, and so I take one of those Theraguns. You know what that is?
I think so.
It's like a real intense massage.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that before.
That is a kind of a helper for me, someone like me on the road. But I'm not too, as long as I got my stage clothes and my horn, I'm good to go.
For fans who maybe aren't musicians, what do you want them to feel when they hear you live?
It is the most gratifying topic of all in my career. Because if I said to you, I'm going to take you to a U2 concert, you're pretty rest assured that you're going to show up there and the four Irish gentlemen will be singing their hits, and there'll be a big light show, and it'll be awesome. Okay, great. If you say to someone, I want to take you to see a trumpet player, and I cannot tell you how many times people have come up to me and said, oh my God, my friend brought me. I had no idea what to expect. That it's this whole show, from classical music to rock and roll to pop music to, of course, jazz. And people go, wow, I had no idea. Now I'm going to come all the time. And then I'll see that person 10 years later, and they'll go, we saw you first in Jacksonville, and now this is our 7th time seeing you, or 17th time seeing you. And that is the most gratifying, because it's the most difficult thing to put into words. If I just tell someone, you're going to see a band of musicians on the level of every instrument that I don't think exists out there. And then we are in the business of entertainment as well. Sometimes jazz musicians can, the music can kind of get up over everyone's head and sort of remain there. And the audience is almost kind of like an afterthought. For me, I put myself in the audience. I want everyone in the audience to be entertained and to recognize wholeheartedly that they're seeing something that they can't see from any other acts that are touring on this level. You're not going to see this incredible drummer followed by a world-class soloist violinist, followed by an opera singer, followed by a pop singer. So it doesn't. I've never seen it like that. Like, but with this level of musicianship.
Okay, fun one. If your trumpet could talk, what would it say after a long tour?
You still have to practice me.
65 days straight is insane.
Yeah, and the problem is that as much as when I quit that, when we got off that tour, and then I had like whatever we have 2 weeks off or something like that, I was like, I'm not going to look at my trumpet for a week. Oh, that's not a good idea.
Uh-oh.
But I have to like take a few days off. I got into a little bit of a thing and kind of screwed up my ribs a little bit, so I have to take a few days off so that to rest. So that's unusual for me.
So yeah, resting so you can be prepared for when you come to Jacksonville. Last question. What are you excited about stepping on stage here in Jacksonville?
Well, the people that put on the theater there are really lovely, and I define success by how long does it take for that person to call back and say, we would like you back next year. So, like it's almost like each city we go to, that's the goal, to entertain, because it used to be someone from the Jacksonville paper would come review your show. Now your show is being reviewed in live time with people texting, and the promoter looks at all that stuff. And people say right away, it's been one of the great things, oddly enough, to a guy that's really never been on the internet that much, but it's been a great thing for me because people go, oh my God, you got to go see the Chris Botti show. I see he's coming to Atlanta, go see him, or they're in Atlanta. I see he's coming to Jacksonville, go see him, and so it's been a great word of mouth thing. So I just want to entertain the people and make sure that the folks are happy in Jacksonville and they ask us back.